Welcome back to Farming Simulator 2019 with the Rude Man. And we're going to finish up our harvest today. I got the plan for today is finish the harvest, pick up that grass over there. And we did do the one field in the last episode that we prepared with lime and did the precision farming. I'm going to wait till all the harvest is done before I do any more field preparation. So we're going to stick to what we've got to get done today. So here we go. First of all, let's get this combine emptied here. Get darn 48 and pick this stuff up. While they're doing that, what's John doing out in the middle of the field? John is outstanding in his field. Let's run him into the farm. We'll put him over by the corn crib. He can watch over things. Door off the field. Surge back to work. And let's get that grass picked up. Now, I'm going to have to do it outside the tractor like this because if I go in the cab, I'm having a hard time seeing where the windrows are because the grass has grown back. So let's get this guy motating and get this job done. I kind of miss my forage wagon that has the booms out on it. Makes it a lot quicker. Might have to put that mod in. I'll have to remod it though. It holds way too much and it goes way too fast. I'll have to tune it down for this style of farming. I'm trying not to do the fast farming, do slow, easy, comfortable. Try to get all these little end tails here. I feel like I'm driving the field with a vacuum machine. Oh, of course a vacuum is a machine. A vacuum. Been messing around with settings all day. I'm a little bit jumpy. My mind is kind of going everywhere today for some reason. Gonna be a hot one today where I live. For us, it's gonna be in the 70s. Supposedly. We'll see. Weather changes constantly around here. But, yeah, it doesn't very often get up in the 70s, even in the middle of the summer. Last summer, we only had about a week of weather that got up to 70. Our whole summer was in the 60s. And I've said it before, but people get after me. God, don't complain. It's 110 here. And I'm not complaining. I'm just pointing out. I'm glad it's not 110 here. But here's the thing, though. For us to get over 70, we have to have sunshine. That means that we didn't have sunshine all summer. And it's the sunshine I miss, not the heat. It gets kind of depressing when the weather's always overcast and you rarely see the sun. And that's what happened last summer. Keep our fingers crossed. We do have some decent summers occasionally. I'm going to have to kind of finish off that liming I see. I missed a spot. Pretty good size one. Unfortunately, I think I used all the lime, and I've got fertilizer in the spreader currently. So we got $180,000. I'm going to slowly, like you would in reality, we've got cattle pens and we want to start getting some dairy cows or some beef cows, whichever it is that we want to grow. And we're going to start out slowly because we have no money. So I'm thinking, we start out with one cow, maybe two. Go from there. Now, the map is spread out where there's farms all over the place. So if we want different animals, we're going to have to go to a different farm. We'll start off here with cattle and go from there. But I wanted to start making silage, but I'm going to have to wait until I can afford the construction of a fermenting silo and establish a place to put it. The ground is not very level around here. Even here's a little bit of a hill. I'm going to store it for the time being. Like I said, I wanted to sell it, but I don't need the money right at the moment. So I'm going to reserve it until I do need the money. And then, is it in yet? No, it's not quite. I'm going to reserve it till we do need the money, and then we'll sell it for whatever it is we need. Because hopefully, like I said, I wanted to try to make enough money to put in a fermenting silo. And then I can ferment the grass into silage, and it'll get a better price. If I can hold off, I'll make more money that way. So I'll just put it in storage until such time as I need it. We got quite a bit of grass off this little strip. There's a lot of grass in between our fields. Hey, we finally got Scorpion working. He's picking up the grass. It's a red letter day. think there's a little bit. Right through the middle there. Let me see about that. It's barely enough to mess with, but I don't like leaving unpicked up grass on the fields. Nothing to do with OCD in any manner, because I don't have OCD. Well, I think everybody has a little bit of OCD. It's just if it's severe, then it causes problems in people's lives. I'm nowhere near that. There's little patches out here, but I think I might get that one. But I need to go check on the combine because of that. Did he jump fields? He jumped fields. I was wondering if he was going to. I was afraid when I first started this field that he was going to, and he didn't. Now he did. I threw a couple more mods in. I've got some. We do have a deer dealer on this map, so I threw a couple of deer in. These are not mods, but I did throw a couple of deer mods in. We got the 780 to 790 series and the 60 to 770 series, and then I've got an X9 over here. I can't remember what I've done on those, so we'll have to check. Hope John or Serge doesn't mind me taking over for a second here. Clean up this end. Oh, what am I doing? I got a little carried away with her. With the wheels. Wheels up. Alright, let me look at something here. $23.22. Yeah, this is the last of our fields. Looks like. Yeah, we're in 23. I got 22 to finish. We did 21 and 24 and 19, I guess. All right, I'm going to finish this other field up. That different colored grass that you see right here with what looks like it's got sagebrush or some other form of plant life. And then you've got just the green luscious grass. I don't know if I can mow that stuff that's got the brush in it. I'll have to run a mower out there and see, because it's kind of intermingled there with that grass field. And I don't know if it's mowable. Doesn't matter if it's not, I'm just curious. Okay, I think this is our last field. And then harvest, our first harvest will be out of the way. Done and dusted, as they say. And then we're going to move into some crop or field preparation. And we'll start off by completely finishing that first test field that we were messing around with equipment on. Get it done. And then we'll move on. We'll have a process in line then to finish off the rest of the fields. The mod author, I think it's MRG. I mentioned in the last episode I wanted to give the mod author a shout. I think it's MRG. I need to make sure. But I think it's MRG. I think it's his initials. Truck 48, where are you? It really does have tinted windows, doesn't it? Pretty clean interior for a farm truck. Need a window back there so I can see what the grain's doing. I guess I'll have to use an outside camera. I'm assuming that our outside camera is a drone. Move the drone around. Pretty sure I leased his combine, so I think I'm going to try one of the deers after this, maybe before next harvest. I think we can keep the well, if it's leased, I think I leased the headers as well, so I was thinking I might have to have them repainted, but maybe not. If I leased them, I'll just turn them back in. If you look off to the right, there's a building there, a barn building. And then over there in the tree line is a cell point. I put a cell point in. This map only has 2 cell points. Well, it's got 4, but 2 of them are specific to certain things. The other 2, one of them is a co-op that's way up north. All right, let's see what we can do here. I'll put Serge back to work. I think he'll be okay. Right. So yeah, if we look at the cell points, there's mine, of course, that I just put in. There's a bale site. That's what I mean by it being specific. And then there's the biodiesel plant that you can sell most everything. And then the Insight farm supply or farm silos is a big co-op. That's the other one. And then there's milk sales. So there's actually only 2 if you want to make biodiesel, or if you want to sell the product, you can do that. And then, of course, mine. So there you go. While we're waiting for that, let's go. What's Rose sending? She's standing in the middle of the road as well. Here, girl, get out of the road. Okay, so while we're waiting, let's take a look at some placeables here. All right, so it's $118. I've got $168 to get a farm silo for fermenting. Now, and then I'd have to figure a place to put it. So we're kind of limited on space here. Now, fortunately, on this piece of equipment, everything is on one side. By that, I mean the drop-off point and the pickup pipe is all on one side of the machine, or the silo. Unlike the Maurice there, where you've got the pickup on one side and the input on one side and the output on the other. So this one can actually be butted up against a building, and it would be perfectly fine. So we could do something like this, and it would be okay. if we wanted to do that. I'm trying to think this through. I don't want it going through the building. What else could we do? We could put it here. We could put it there. There's plenty of room out here. We could put it. Now, there may come a time where we want to put, more than one in. I could put two right here and make, some production out of it. Let's see what happens if I do that. What I've got is a terrain issue, though. I don't want it making a great, big, lumpy piece of terrain if that's uneven ground. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to test it out. Now, I could put it on the road, but I think I'm going to pop it back here. Okay, so it was fairly flat, so I hired a company to come in and install it, and that cost me a little bit of money. You can see we're down to about $50,000, but I can start now processing that grass and making silage and sell it. So let's get 48. Well, here we got grass right here. Let's get this in it. Let me finish that one little patch there. It's kind of bothering me. Yeah. I said it. Kind of bothered me. It doesn't really. I mean, it's not. I'm not seriously upset that there's something on the field. But it's right there. Drive over it, pick it up. So I'm gambling a little bit that I don't need money right away because I just spent money I didn't have. So, but we'll get it back. It's just a matter of time. So worst case scenario, Rose, what are you doing? Yeah, you need to move, girl. Here, you can watch from here. That'll be safe. I'm surprised Scorpion just didn't run over. All right, there's our first little bit of grass in there. It looks like combine needs to be emptied. Grab 48, head out. Every time I drive this thing, I think it's getting nighttime. I want to go sleep. It's interesting. I listen more to the sound than I do the gauge down below that shows me I'm being loaded. When it gets to the point where you're unloading, you can hear the combine's engine shift as it's transporting the grain over. And you'll listen to it change when it's done. The pitch of the engine changes. Yep, hear it? Now it's going back to work. Oh, 48 is empty. Let's get the rest of that grass going. Now we're just working on the clock. How long does it take for that silage, that grass to turn into silage so that we can sell it? Whoa. Slow her down, Dar. Slow her down. The silo is empty. Where did I put the grass? Alright, it's empty. I thought I had grass in there. Evidently not. Alright, Rose, you can watch this. Let's see what we got going. So we've got 1% input. It'll take chaff, grass, hay, alfalfa, or dry alfalfa. I wonder if it's considering chaff, if it considers straw chaff. I don't think so. It's already made 150 gallons of digestate. And we're waiting for some silage. Alright, sweet. We'll let it do its thing. Well, this is not doing me any good, so let's get her back in the field. He's making quick work of that, isn't he? All right, I've got fertilizer in here, so I can't finish that liming, but I could do the fertilizer while I'm waiting for him to finish that field out. Okay, now you can see in the mini map there that we've got some work done. It has absolutely no nitrogen on this field. Alright, where are we at? We're on this field right here. Okay, so there's no nitrogen on that field. Okay. So alright, I want to do some global positioning here. And supposedly we've got one set up already for the lime. No, we don't, actually, because we did it with the soil sensor. Okay, so that's good. All right, let's do this. And show lines on. Auto width, we're going to go and do a set A. Drive down the field a little bit. Oh, it's going off to the side again. Why is it doing that? And how did I fix it from doing that the last time? I haven't played around with this. I don't quite know what it does. Okay. Let's go back in and try this again. Set A. Set B. Alright, it should have the width set. And then let's do a lime/fert. Add that. Back out. And then let's and the combine's full, so we need to get over there. Let's go over here a little bit. Is it that much? And reset it. That should cover it. Okay, let me catch that combine. Now listen for the engine to change. That's I tell that more than I do by looking at the gauge. Yep, you hear it? Alright, let's start the engine. Start the spreader. Turn on GPS. Now if we hit that, it should tell us. It's not telling us anything. What's it doing? It doesn't require additional fertilizer, it says. Really? I don't know what that means, because it says that there's no fertilizer on it. Interesting. That's interesting. I don't understand it. All right, I don't understand why it's not wanting to put fertilizer on, because it's showing that currently there's none on it. Or is it telling me that the target is none? Maybe that's what it's saying. Okay, so it doesn't need fertilizer. All right, fine. Okay, I guess that's what it's telling me. That is the checkered flag. That's the goal, And it says the goal is nothing, which means it doesn't need fertilizer. Interesting. All right, let's look at this field again. I don't know how this is going to work because it's showing me all of these fields. So is it telling me that none of these fields need fertilizer, or just the one that I'm trying to look at here? I don't know. pH levels, nitrogen, 0 kilograms, outdated data. Is this what it is, or is this what it needs? That's the question. I don't know. Is it a problem with the map, or is it a problem with me just not knowing how to use the program? Well, we'll let it go for now. Could be that everything was fine before I even bought the map, so... That'll make preparing the fields easy. Well, that looks like that's it for the harvest today. I think that's the last field. I'll verify that, but... You know what? I don't have a farm vehicle other than this truck. I need to get something to scoot around in on the farm. How much are those little John Deere thingamabobbers? 22,000. This is only 17. 22,000. Boy, that's going to take my money. I guess we'll hoof it for now. But I'm going to put the wheels down on this to take the weight off. Take the weight off the combine here. And then let's clean it up. We're done with harvest. So to clean it up, I need to purchase something to clean it up with. So let's get something like that right there. And clean this thing up. Buy us a pressure washer. All right, I think you got it. Take a look at the header. Get away from these bushes so I can see. I think she's clean. All right, and with that, we've completed our first harvest. When we come back the next episode, I'm going to end it here. When we come back the next episode, we'll start preparing those fields for the next harvest. Hope you had fun. Hope to see you in the next episode. In the meantime, take care of yourselves, take care of your families. Have fun playing games. Ta-ta for now.